we really both looked at each other like. So we were talking about this earlier. Like Kevin, the person who says that we have no knowledge and we shell out useless information. If you would be kind enough to grace us with your presence, we'd love to have you on the show. We'd just hop on. Right?
Hey, you know what?
We want to have a spirited debate and see where your head is at. Also, maybe we could make friendships.
Put him on the Discord channel. Maybe he can make some money too.
Maybe he's like a hyper trader. Like maybe he owns his own hedge fund. Maybe the reason why he thinks we're useless is because he's an institutional buyer.
Or maybe he's from a different Discord channel.
Oh, moly.
We've had moles before.
Yeah, we've definitely had moles before. But
isn't that crazy?
Hop on.
Yeah, Discord channel. We got moles. We got snitches.
We'd love to have a spirited debate. Maybe we can bury the hatchet, if you will. So you shoot us a message. We'd love to have you, right? And if you guys are interested in joining a very, very wonderful Discord where we have a lot of fun in, like currently we are expecting John to lose a bet in about a couple hours. So make sure that you guys hit up our friends over on Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com. See, that's why we don't play earnings. Your Tesla calls, your YOLO Tesla calls are now dead. You might as well start crying in your bed. Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com.
Give that a 8. First of all, I had shares, okay?
No, I'm not saying that you had calls. I'm just saying if I know people that play earnings. I know people that solely play earnings, and that's all they do, right? It's a hit or miss. It's a 50-50 gamble. It's either you're right one time or you're wrong the other way, right? But if you would have bought calls today, those are now.
Oh, they're
gone. They're gone, right? So make sure you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com. We'll get you squared away in the right direction. It is October 20th, 2021. Oh my God, it's already October. Like we're like almost at the end of October.
Can you believe that? And then
this is bananas, dude.
I love November. November it's like an easy month.
Yeah. It's cruise control month.
Yep.
It's cruise control month. We'll definitely get to some of these plays that we see some value in, as well as a review of Tesla. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up, because John, if they gave us a thumbs down,
your mom
and your name is Kevin the hater. Drop down in the comment section below the stocks you guys want us to cover. And with that being said, let's get to it after this intro.
I didn't forget about you, Peter.
Oh, Peter? Peter told you.
I have my hat on today.
That's totally different, though. It's not like Peter criticized.
Oh, that's a personal attack, yo.
That's Peter personally attacked you. Like Peter was like, "Nah, man." Peter said, "Man's got a hairline that's receding." That's Peter be hating now. That's like somebody going on the comments like Nico's too fat. Like I wouldn't take that as a personal attack, but it's a personal attack no matter what.
Like my haircut though.
It is nice. It's not bad. People are just. Maybe Peter's also part of the no hair crew.
That too.
We never know, right? So make sure you guys stay tuned after this banging intro. Member gains. Let's take a look at some member gains for today. We are going to be seeing some pins. Somebody took pins for this much. Terry be on lately, dude. Terry's been on. Congratulations, Terry. So the reason why
that's right. Pinterest is getting a bid from PayPal.
From PayPal. So it's very bullish news. PayPal was taking a dump this morning. It's interesting. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Maybe this is just my inexperience. When M&A is involved, does the acquiring company tend to take a dump and the acquiree tends to shoot up?
Yep.
Right? Because a lot of I wouldn't say investors try to sell off because they think it's a bad buy. Is that a thing?
I don't know, but typically the company that's getting acquired, they're like, "Oh my God, we just hit the lotto."
Yeah, right. Right.
I don't know why the company that's acquiring another company takes a dump. I really don't understand that, because Pinterest is a solid company.
Oh yeah, but it feels just like there is, how do you say this? Pinterest isn't. It's e-commerce, but they're not doing the numbers that they should be doing, right? Because it's a niche.
I think what PayPal is trying to do is get into their e-commerce.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then use PayPal as a service or Venmo as a service.
That could be it.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win. It's a win-win no matter how you look at it. We'll cover that in a future episode. But for today, we're gonna stick with the stocks that we have. Knowledge hit Piton for 109, and then we had some more today too. I think they were all on the general chat here. Let's see, general chat. We had somebody bought Tesla. Somebody went long on Tesla.
Someone's looking at a tree.
Somebody's looking at a tree. Somebody's praying, dear sweet baby Jesus. It's just so good. It's just so good. We had some MVIS wins.
Microvision was perfect today.
Microvision wins. There you go. Andrew hit that 1190. Jesus Christ, the legend lives on. The legend lives on. $1,700 on some Microvision.
Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin, a number one fan.
Why is someone look at them gains, man.
This is, dude, I was dying at this comment. This is like the funniest comment I have ever seen in my life. This fool really said, it was a legitimate business idea. He really is like, I have a business idea for you.
Go up.
I'm like,
scroll up.
Is it? I'm not gonna scroll up anymore. What is it? And you really said it's a wheelchair company. You really hit him where it really hurts, huh? You really just have to cut deep in there. It's a wheelchair company.
I was like, what business are you trying to do? A wheelchair company with your gout? Get your gout ass having ass over here.
Dean, I immediately dropped my phone. Dean and I were just laughing the entire time. That's a wheelchair company. Let's get to it. First stock on the list is Tesla. John, what the hell happened to Tesla today?
Nothing really. Nothing happened to Tesla. It took a dip by like half of a point or a half of a percent after hours. So, well, first off, let's take a look at what happened to earnings. I mean, obviously, you guys can just hop on to your favorite broker and just take a look at what happened with the news and all the stuff that they've been talking about. And first things first, I was super excited about what they wanted to talk about Bitcoin. They pretty much just said that we're still holding, right? Yep. And so you got to remember, they bought Bitcoin back when it was around in the 40,000. So they're currently up about 50 to 60, 70% currently right now, because Bitcoin's breaking out. It just hit 66 like an hour ago. And I think it popped because of Tesla. And so that's that. And then Tesla beat EPS and they beat revenue. And, when it comes to earnings, it's just a gamble, right? It's 50-50. I'm happy that, it didn't dip as much as it did. It's only down like 5 points from its current high, or 5 to 6 points from its current high. And, they put out some news about, China. They put out some news about, their Texas factory and Berlin factory. most likely they're going to be producing cars by end of this year. I'm not sure if I read that right, but Berlin's up and going. And then also, there was a lot of chatter about Elon Musk not being on the conference call, but he mentioned that, he'd already mentioned that back in, I think, June or July, that he wasn't going to participate in any of the calls, because it seems like every time he speaks, the stock drops.
Yeah, it's just like every time he talks at an event, everything drops.
It's because people don't understand what he's saying, like they don't. They're like
that is the kind of like the double-edged sword of being too smart, right?
Yeah.
He has so many things that goes on in his head, so many great ideas, so many bright ideas for the future, that it's hard for him to verbalize that.
Yeah.
Right. That's the reason why, as husbands, we have a hard time explaining properly to our wives what's really happening, is because we have so many bright ideas in our heads that we just can't verbalize it. We can't feel inadequate, or we shouldn't feel, how do you say this? We shouldn't be penalized for not communicating well. And we're just saying all of this. We're just thinking about y'all.
Fair enough.
I feel like I lawyered everybody there.
All right, so let's take a look at the daily chart, because I do have a game plan for Tesla for tomorrow. So since it dipped after hours, it's currently at around 859 right now. Mm-hmm. So if you take a look at the daily chart today, it closed at a doji. So doji always tells us that there's a trend reversal, right? So if it's going to open at around 858, 859 tomorrow, most likely I do see since the market is somewhat topping right now, I do see Tesla just hanging around between 835 to 858. 835 is your first level of support. So I would rather do puts or short Tesla for the meantime. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. You have more downward pressure. Because it seems like the chart already ran up to earnings, and that's normally like that. When a company is expected to do well for earnings, it just typically just buy the rumor, sell the news. Yep. Typically. So for some reason it didn't sell off after hours. It actually held. But yeah, I wouldn't go ham on a long, because the chart's already extended. There you go.
It's overbought. It's oversold. It's overbought.
It's overbought. Yeah. So I wouldn't go ham going long on this one. I would rather take a short
curl to the downside too.
Yeah. You're most likely to get paid on the downside.
Most likely.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. I do see that as well. The next stock that we want to cover is Sofi. John, what's going on with Sofi?
Dude, Sofi is nice, man. We're back at it again.
Yeah.
Well, at least I am. You never left.
I never left.
All right. So the reason I got back into Sofi was because of this. Today's candle. Today's candle had a low shadow, lower wick. Okay. And we're looking at a daily chart right here. I entered my starter 10, 15 contracts at around 2035. Now, if you hover your scroller right there around 2035, it was forming a doji at around that time, and I think it was still early in the game. For today, it was like around, I think, 8 o'clock. Yeah, and it was already forming a doji, right? Yeah. And by then I was like, you know what, this thing has a potential to make a run for it, and it did. So when it kept running around 2040, that was a time when it was already forming a hammer, a bull hammer. Okay. If you don't know what that is, come check out Bust Down Academy. By then I started adding my contracts, and today it actually almost closed at the very highest point of the day. A clean breakout of 21. That was nice. 2108. That was nice as well. But however, it did close below 2108. That was a key level of resistance. That's a top right now. And what we're trying to look for over here is continuation, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
pretty much continuation.
I'm still cautious though. I'm cautious.
Yeah, definitely cautious because it is starting to get at that oversold level. So we definitely need to watch this and try to see if there's
overbought. Yeah,
overbought. I'm
overbought
sorry,
level.
overbought level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna see this as long as it hasn't fully pierced this this Bollinger Band. As you can see a couple of days ago, that's exactly what it did. It pierced that
And it
Bollinger
came back
Band and
down.
needed to
Yeah.
retrace, right? So we're around here. So if I feel that tomorrow will be a pierce and then another
It's a nice
retrace.
candle today. Yeah.
It's a very nice candle. I do like it. A couple of things to note though is we did the EMA 50 did cross over the EMA 100 a few days ago. All right.
Bullish
And
sign,
a very bullish sign still. So we're going to see a little bit more. I'm not saying this is going to go to the moon, but with a little bit more. And we're closing on to that November 5th expiration. My calls have a delta of 93 now. So I'm kind of excited about that. So
93%.
Yeah, 93%.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So I do like SoFi a little bit more. And then the next stock that we want to cover is Moderna. John, something happened to Moderna today. Moderna.
Hey, so Moderna got approved for its booster.
So
FDA
now,
approved.
and they're now allowing mix and match boosters.
So you can mix and match now.
I know. It's like how do you say this? It's like you know, like, as a kid when you go to like McDonald's and you grabbed every single soda and you call it a suicide. We can mix and match vaccines now.
It's like when you do a mix and match, reminds me of KFC when you just go up to the counter and be like, "Can I get a bucket?" Okay, which one? Mix and match.
I know your brother's gonna hate me for this, but KFC is not.
You want grilled?
It's not top tier. Like I don't. KFC is not as good anymore.
It's not. Yeah, it kind of fell off.
It's too salty. It's too salty. Did you know that there's a Raising Cane's in like Manteca now?
Oh, man, I've never had Raising Cane's, but I remember Churches.
Raising Cane's is like god tier chicken fingers. The sauce, the sauce is really what makes it. The sauce.
They don't have that here, man. They only have KFC Raising like Cane's. every other block.
Chemically fried chicken.
Yours truly by Brian on his third shift.
Oh, Brian works on his third shift. What is he? Brian is a fast food king. Brian's a fast food king. What a savage! What a savage! All right, let's take a look at Moderna. They did get approved for the mix and match.
Mix and match. It just doesn't sound right.
The mix and match. You know what? I hope that what I really want to do. I really want them to give me the vaccine again, and then I hope that these vaccine conspiratorial. The vaccine conspiracy theories, the anti-vaxxers, I want them to like, I want to get the magnets. Like two things. I want to mix and match my vaccine. I want to get the 5G chip for sure, because I wouldn't be able to communicate no matter what. I want to talk to aliens. Also, I want to get the magnets. Give me the magnets so I could run around and play Magneto.
So you can be what's called a MagSafe. I can put my phone on you. I can put my Apple battery.
Have you ever seen that one lady went to the courts and like, I want to complain about the vaccine. I got the vaccine and look now, it's sticking to my face. I'm like, lady, lady.
I cannot, yo.
Like it's sticking to my face now. No, sticking to my face. No, lady, your pores are just probably sticky. That's not sticking to your face. There's no magnets involved. Oh man, the things that people say, I don't know. It's funny to me, right? Like if it's funny to me that people will say anything just because they're afraid of needles. That's a legitimate scare, right? I was afraid of needles at one point.
I just got my flu shot yesterday too.
I got my flu shot the other day, but I believe in the vaccine. I believe in it. Get vaccinated, people. If there's one thing that I'm very high on. Is a vaccine. All right. But as far as Moderna goes, I do like Moderna because of this not this after hours movement that they gave us, right? So we had a very choppy session all day, but because of the mix and match news, that's so funny.
And that's what they call it too on the news. Mix and match.
Mix and match. Just don't get J&J. Just don't get NVAX. I mean, if you're gonna mix and match Moderna and Pfizer, I think that's fine. Just don't get J&J. A J&J vaccine will probably have lotion in it,
or talcum.
or talcum. Don't get this. Don't get like a couple of things too. Like don't get a Moderna vaccine and get the Sputnik afterwards, or don't get a Sinovac after you get the Pfizer. That should just like
Sputnik.
imagine a capitalist vaccine and a communist vaccine. That should don't max.
Hey, you know what? And I think I read it on the news. In Russia, they put a pause for 1 week. I think they're calling it because the cases are up again, right? And Putin was like, "All right, let's take a break for a week." No lie, I just read that today.
I personally don't think the Sputnik vaccine is a vaccine. I think that's just water, like
water and vodka.
Water and vodka. In Mother Russia, you don't take
vaccine. Are we gonna talk about stocks?
Vaccine takes you.
What else do you see with Moderna? I don't see nothing else.
I really don't see anything else. But I think this was a catalyst that they were really waiting for before the stock actually ran. And look at the timing of this. Look at the timing of this. And we always talk about this every day. Look how it's testing the 100, and now we're bouncing off of the 100. Hey, let's drop some good news, and then it's gonna rocket. It's just the way that these this news and catalysts kind of show up, and out of like you could really tell that there's certain timings that they do before good news happens.
Shit's rigged, man.
Shit's always rigged. Just like the Sputnik when it's just injected with vodka. All right, that's pretty much it for this episode of Daddy Bits. I hope you guys found this video useful and informational, right? And if you haven't yet, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice thumbs up because John have to give us a thumbs down.
Your mama's a hoe.
And your name is Kevin. You need to leave hate comments. Drop down in the comment section below the stocks you guys want us to cover. Follow us on all social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Trading Daddies for the both of us. TradingDaddies.com for all your news, your merch. And don't forget to hit up our friends over at Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com. If you're new to trading, don't know where to start, or just want to join a group of active traders that have your best interests at heart, make sure you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com. And with that being said, let's get trading. And remember, guys, that the charts do not lie.